Welcome students. Today we will learn about scenario analysis. This is a new topic in continuation with the previous topic that we are going to study now under the chapter project risk analysis. So let us move on and try to understand what is the meaning of a scenario analysis. Scenario analysis is a process of analyzing future events by considering alternative possible outcomes. Thus, scenario analysis, which is one of the main forms of projection, does not try to show one exact picture of the future. Instead, it presents several alternative future developments. Consequently, a scope of possible future outcomes is observable. Not only are the outcomes observable, also the development paths leading to the outcomes. This concept does not rely on historical data and does not expect past observations to remain valid in future. Instead, it tries to consider possible developments and turning points which may only be connected to the past. In short, several scenarios are flashed out in a scenario analysis to show possible future outcomes. Each scenario normally combines optimistic, pessimistic, and more and less probable developments. Although highly discussed experience has shown that around three scenarios are most appropriate for decision and selection. More scenarios risks make the analysis over complicated. Scenarios are often confused with other tools and approaches to planning. What is a major difference between scenario and sensitivity analysis? In sensitivity analysis, typically one variable is varied at a time. In scenario analysis, several variables are varied simultaneously. Most commonly, three scenarios are considered: expected, that is a normal scenario, pessimistic scenario, and optimistic scenario. In the normal scenario, all variables assume their expected or normal values. In the pessimistic scenario, all variables assume their pessimistic values, and in the optimistic scenario, all variables assume their optimistic values. There are certain limitations to this particular concept. Based on the assumptions that there are few well delineated scenarios, this may not be true in many cases. Scenario analysis expands the concept of estimating the expected values. Thus, in a case where there are 10 inputs, the analyst has to estimate 30 expected values to do the scenario analysis. Let us try to understand this particular concept with the help of an example. So on the screen you are seeing an example right now which shows the three different scenarios over here, that is pessimistic, expected, and optimistic. So with all these scenario values, let us move on and try to understand this problem and solve NPV under different scenarios. Well students, right now we have a problem on the screen. So let us try to solve this problem and try to understand this particular concept of scenario analysis. So here there are three different situations: pessimistic, expected, and optimistic situation, and the values are provided over here. And with this provided values, let us move on and try to understand and solve this particular problem. Okay, this we will title this table as So this is pessimistic, this is expected, and the third option is the optimistic situation. Okay, so let us try to solve this problem now. Okay, the first component that we are going to consider is investment. So in the sensitivity analysis, we took every component separately, investments maybe separately, sales value separately, variable cost separately, fixed cost separately, and cost of capital maybe separately. But here we are going to consider all the values together, and we will solve only one single table with all these set of values. Okay, so here the investments that appear, that is given in the problem, is in pessimistic 420, in the expected 400, and in the optimistic 360. So accordingly I'll just put the figures 420, 400, and 360. So the next component that comes over here is sales. So the sales values are, so the sales value is given over here in millions. So the project is for 10 years. The sales is 440 million. So here it is expected situation 440 million. Here also it is given the same figure 440 million. So in the pessimistic situation it is 350 million. So I'll just take this value over here, input this value, and here it is in the optimistic situation 500 million. And the variable cost we are going to consider next component for analysis. So the variable cost here, it is given in percentage of sales. So the sales figure is 350 million. We have to consider 80% of that. So the 80% of 350 million, let us try to calculate. 350 million into 80% of this will come to 280 million. So we'll mark 80% of 350 million, that is 280 million. In the expected situation it will be 330 million. So why 330 million? So if you just look at variable cost as a percentage of sales, for expected situation is 75%. So out of 440 multiplied by 75% of this will come to 330 million, and accordingly we have considered 330 million over here. Similarly, variable cost as a percentage of sales for optimistic situation, 500 multiplied by 70% of this. So 500 multiplied by 70%, this will amount to 350 million. Accordingly, the fixed cost, next component that we are going to consider, fixed cost here. So the fixed cost is straight away given in the problem. This amount is rupees in millions. So 25 million for pessimistic situation, 20 for expected, and 18 for optimistic situation. So accordingly I'll enter here 25, and expected is 20, and optimistic is 18. Next one is I have to consider the depreciation. So depreciation, they have considered straight line method. So accordingly the straight line method of depreciation, so the initial investment is 400, and in the expected situation they have given the depreciation as 40. So 40 for 400 it is 40 is the depreciation. So let us mark the known value here. So they are using straight line method. So if you just calculate according to the straight line method, the formula to calculate the depreciation is investment minus the scrap value divided by the life of the project. So life of the project here in this particular problem is 10 years. So it is given over here. So years, number of years is 1 to 10. So that is 10 years. So the life of this particular project is 10 years. So accordingly, I'll take 420 divided by 10. So this will amount to 42 million. So this depreciation in pessimistic situation is 42 million. Accordingly, here the investment is 360 million, and divided by 10, so this will come to 36 million. The next part, that is profit before tax. Profit before tax. So the profit before tax is calculated as sales figure 350 minus 280 minus 25 minus 42. So this will amount to 3, and accordingly in the expected value section, so 440 minus 330 minus 20 minus 40, this will amount to 50. And in the optimistic situation, 500 minus 350 minus 18 minus 36, this will amount to 96. And the next component that we are going to consider is the tax rate. So here in the tax rate is 20% that is given straight away in the expected situation. So for expected situation, the tax is 10, which is already given. We will consider it. For remaining components, we will just mention it. So let me write tax over here. Tax at the rate of 20%. Okay. So accordingly, for 3, if I take 20%, it is 0.6, and here it is 10, and here it will be 19.2. So next component that we are going to consider is profit after tax. So after tax, 3 minus 0.6 would be 2.4. Accordingly, here 50 minus 10, so that is 40. Here also 96 minus 19.2 will be 76.8. So the next component that we are going to consider is net cash flow. So the net cash flow is calculated as profit after tax plus add back the depreciation. So that is 2.4 plus 42. So this will amount to 44.4. And the next value would be 80, and the optimistic value would be 112.8. So the cost of capital that we have to consider for 3 different situations is almost uh, given in the problem. So here there are 3 different cost of capitals. For pessimistic, we have to consider 11%, for expected 10%, and for optimistic we have to consider 9% cost of capital. So let me put across the cost of capital over here. So accordingly, you can pick up the table values uh, from the present value interest factor annuity table. So if you just calculate the NPV, so this will amount to minus 158.53, and here it will amount to 91.6, and here it will amount to 363.95. So this is the solution to this particular problem. Well, thanks for watching this video on scenario analysis. Please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.